We know that that's the modern Marvel film. Here's how you do a Marvel film. You throw in a bunch of mediocre CGI. Talking about, yeah, Slay Queen. Oh my god, Valkyrie's in a suit. She's so a gender. Somebody who hands you the shaker of jokes had pulled a prank on you and loosened the whole lid. So instead of pouring in, just the appropriate number of jokes, you just dump the whole thing in. The entire movie's joke, 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 joke. Hot?
Bro, look at her. Like, that ass. She's looking fucking good. Those arms, bro.
There's nothing that Marvel is putting out outside of the Captain Marvel movie that I'm like excited about. I'm excited, obviously.
I used to be an avid quarter pounder watcher. I know. I know. I'm also ashamed. I know. Yes, I know. Cringe, dumb, all kinds of, throw all the criticisms at my way. I understand. I completely get it. Yes, a past that I have that I am not proud of. But it is a past that I have nonetheless, and I have to deal with. But now here I am, atoning for my sins. I'm here to make things right. So, what I will do is talk shit about the. That is the only way to right the wrongs I have wronged.
What's going on?
Oh, by the way, the video that I'm criticizing in question is his Love and Thunder trailer that I've watched, but it was muted. I muted it. I often don't really watch trailers, to be honest, because I feel like it kind of just spoils the movie for me. Like I had this idea where I would just like much rather go into a movie or a TV show just like completely blind for the most part. So yeah, I saw the trailer, but it was muted for me because I didn't bother. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I didn't bother pressing the unmute button. So there's that. So he's gonna give his takes, his thoughts and opinions on the trailer. Let's take a look.
Everyone, Jeremy here from the Quartering In.
Hi,
The
Jeremy.
trailer for Thor, Love and Thunder dropped today, and I just couldn't care less. It's no longer the MCU to me, or even the hilarious MCU. It's
What?
literally become the meh-CU to me.
Why?
I see a lot of my cohorts on Twitter, and this isn't a dig on them or a slight on them, but like, I just think that most people are over the Marvel excitement. I saw the trailer
I get that.
to Thor Love and Thunder, and it was exactly what I expected. Tiki Watiti, I think, is an insufferable human being,
What did he
but
do?
I do love his work. Jojo Rabbit was excellent. His work.
I honestly have no idea what he's talking about when it comes to Taika Waititi. I generally don't. Like, is he a bad person behind the scenes? Or is he saying he doesn't like him because he has like because he's like what, left leaning or something? Is Taika Waititi left leaning? Because if he is and he says some lefty liberal shit, then of course the Quartering is not gonna like him. He doesn't like any celebrity that comes out and says trans rights or gay rights or I'm pro BLM or anything like that. He's not. The Quartering is generally off put by that rhetoric.
Work on What We Do in the Shadows is good.
Uh-huh.
This movie didn't need to exist. It's yet another Thor's trying to find himself story, which is like the third time we've done this.
Dude, this fucking ads.
You feel that? That's your body.
I should consider turning on ad block because this is ridiculous. Okay, I need to ad block.
Done this, and
I just
as
forgot
Melanie
the
Mack
point that he
puts
was
it,
trying to make.
time we've done this. And like the third, this movie didn't need to exist. It's yet another Thor's
Okay.
trying to find himself story, which is like the third.
I don't know if that's the impression I got from it. Well, what do you like? Thor's story is not over yet. He basically gave away his throne to somebody else. So of course it's gonna be like a finding himself story. But in my opinion, done right, because I barely remember the first movie or the second movie. Like this is gonna be a different type of finding himself story where he's like finding himself after he gives away the throne. He's no longer the king, so what is he gonna do? Of course it's gonna be a quote unquote find himself story. What's the problem with that? Because like his story never properly ended after Endgame. Thor still had a long way to go as a character. So I don't know what your problem is. I really don't know what the problem is with that, to be honest.
Time we've done this. And the, as Melanie Mack puts it aptly, the toxic positivity crowd around MCU movies is out in full force, talking about, yeah, Slay Queen. Oh my God, Valkyrie's in a suit. She's so a gender.
What?
Oh, she's
That's a problem? Why are you so triggered by people saying this stuff? Like, who cares? You can think is cringe, but like, you're making a fucking 11-minute video whining about people saying this stuff. Who cares about what they think? Even though I actually do agree, girls in suits are fucking hot. Is she MB? Valkyrie's an MB, is she? There's no, hey, there's no way, there's nothing that's, I don't. If she is, I don't care.
so it's is stunning and brave. Oh my God, hey, I'll tell you
Stunning and
this.
brave. Who's saying that is stunning and brave? Who's saying that? It's a fucking movie where she. What are they going on about? The her holding the hammer thing. Is that a big deal? Is it really that virtue signaling? Who gives a fuck?
At least Natalie Portman did some work.
Huh?
You look at her arms.
Oh yeah, she
I'm not
did.
saying she's cut.
Bro, look at her though. Like dead ass. She's looking fucking good. Those arms, bro. God, she was like really thin when we first saw her like on the stage. When they were doing her when she was like up there on the stage holding the hammer. I was like, God damn, she's thin. I don't know how this is gonna work. But now that I see her, God, that is so fucking hot. Jesus, I'm now that I'm seeing this, I'm for it. I'm all about this. I love it.
But like she put on some weight
She
and
put
she
on
put on muscle.
some bulk.
I mean, yeah, okay, maybe this image is like, CGI like everything in Thor
I don't think so.
or in the MCU, but like she did this. And look, Jane
Yeah, she
Foster
definitely did that.
is a real thing. It's a real character. I don't care about Jane Foster, but some people do.
Neither do I, to be
But
honest. I actually do agree with him on this. When it comes to the when we're just looking at the MCU, I honestly don't really give as much of a fuck about Jane Foster as a character because they did not do a great job portraying or writing her. So in that respect, I do agree with him. I don't really give a fuck about the character. Hopefully they do her right here. I have a feeling they're gonna do her pretty well here.
Thor, I believe, continues to be used to prop up other properties.
What?
In the trailer, we see Thor
Isn't that
essentially.
the entirety of the MCU? Literally, the every MCU character is like every MCU movie is just propping up another like character that's in the MCU. Bruh, the fucking the end credit scenes are just propping up other movies that come out later. The whole MCU is just propping up other properties. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean by
abandoned
property? Actually, it depends on what you mean. What do you mean by properties? Let's see what he
Guardians of the
means.
Galaxy to go on for yet another soul-searching, adventure
Oh my god.
where he makes jokes and
Honestly, I love the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy are in this. I was hoping that Thor would be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but it seems that Guardians of the Galaxy are in this Thor movie are in the new Thor movie, which I am honestly excited for. I love those characters so much. And I like I just fucking like the Guardians of the Galaxy's dynamic with Thor. Those characters have such good chemistry with them. It's amazing. I love it. Especially Rocket and Thor's relationship. It's so good. Rocket and Thor and Star Lord and Thor. I fucking love them.
We know that that's the modern Marvel film. It's here's how you do a Marvel film. You throw in a bunch of mediocre CGI.
Mediocre. Okay. What? Watch Endgame again. Watch Infinity War again, and you will see that the CGI is not mediocre.
And then somebody who hands you the shaker of jokes had pulled a prank on you and loosened the whole lid. So instead of pouring in, just the appropriate number of jokes, you just dump the whole thing in. And the entire movie's joke, 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 joke.
Uh, when it comes to some movies, I agree with him. When it comes to other movies, I really don't. I feel like sometimes they overdo it. Like other times, I feel like it's appropriate, especially when it comes to Ant-Man movies. I feel like it was appropriate amount of jokes in there. I don't know. I don't understand why people complain about this shit so much. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. People love this shit and they laugh at the jokes. They love it and they enjoy it, and then they complain about it later on Twitter. Like, dude, shut up. Stop complaining about something you enjoy. You like it. Stop it.
Joke, 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 joke for 2 hours. And that's fine for some people. I think that I myself got caught up a little bit in just being negative about the MCU movies for negativity's sake. And there are always a bunch of my viewers.
You're still
like,
doing
hey, man,
it.
Come on, don't make me feel like garbage just because I want to watch Hawkeye and it's made by Disney and Disney's bad. And they're right.
You're doing the thing. You are, my God. You're reinforcing that thing that makes people feel bad for enjoying this shit. Says the one who talks shit about Steven Universe. I'm not here to shit. I'll talk about Steven Universe later. But my whole point is never to shit on people for liking the things that I criticize. But I swear to God, we know for a fact that the quartering internally has a problem with people enjoying these things. Because otherwise he wouldn't have a channel. All of his channel was him talking shit about SJWs for liking shit. Because like earlier in this video, he was talking shit about people saying, "Oh, the yes, queen! Oh my God, she's wearing a suit!" Blah, blah, blah. He's talking a lot of shit about those people. Meanwhile, he's complaining about people making him feel bad for enjoying Ant-Man or Hawkeye. And Hawkeye was a generally good show. I loved it. Kingpin was great in it too.
Life is short. Use a VPN. Find other ways you can enjoy a lot of properties, Marvel properties, without giving Disney your money. That's all I ask.
I agree. Don't
Somebody's
give Disney
got
your
a free
money.
trial.
Fuck
Maybe your
Disney.
cell phone carrier's got a free trial. Somebody's got it locally stored. Somebody you can watch it. You have a friend who has an account. I don't want to be that guy that for the next 10 years, every time a Marvel movie comes out, I'm like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. And it's not because the people that do that are wrong.
You're doing that in this video, dude. You're shitting on this movie before it even comes out. You're getting mad about its woke agenda for them that, to be frank, before the movie even comes out, I know it's not gonna exist. There's gonna be women in it, there's gonna be maybe some gay representation in it, but that's it. If that's what you consider some kind of woke agenda or some dumb shit like that, you're a brainlet.
It's because I'm just tired of it. I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired of it all, the meme, yes, it's going to be a mediocre Marvel movie. Every movie that comes out from Marvel now for
another
me,
ad.
I'll get around to it eventually to stream it. There's nothing that Marvel is putting out outside of the new Captain Marvel movie that I'm like excited about. I'm excited, obviously.
That's the meme right there. How madly in love he is with Brie Larson. That's the meme.
Mimetically for the Captain Marvel movie. I actually don't have any issue whatsoever with Natalie Portman. I really like Natalie Portman. I just don't care about Jane Foster. And we all know why the
I get
story
that.
has Jane Foster in it. It's about passing the torch.
Huh?
It's the same reason we're talking about Riri Williams taking over for Iron Man. It's about the MCU.
What?
But these movies will all
I swear to God. It's like anytime woman exists, this nigga fucking rees his head off. Spider-Gwen! He probably faps her in his basement every night. But he'll still ree about her. Spider-Gwen! You know. Anytime woman takes a popular superhero title, he goes, woman! Oh God! It's fucking childish.
in comparison. Now, Thor: Love and Thunder is the first true Phase 4 movie that I'm not sure about because it'll be long enough.
Meanwhile, I forgot to point this out. While he's doing this, he's doing that ring shit under the guise of him hating the virtue signaling. It's not that at all. He really just doesn't like to see women in popular media. Because the movie hasn't even come out yet, and he's already talking shit about it.
After the lockdowns and stuff, to expect a reasonable box office. We had Spider-Man make $1 billion. It's possible. I didn't think that era would ever happen again, but Spider-Man did it. I believe I did give that caveat at the time, but it may still be true. Nobody went to see Black Widow. Nobody saw Shang-Chi. And I'm not...
Shang-Chi was fucking lit, though. Black Widow was meh, in my opinion. It was alright. It was... Black Widow was too little too late. We should have gotten that movie a long ass time ago. That movie should have came out after Iron Man 2. Before Avengers. Before the first Avengers. We should have gotten our Black Widow movie. Fucking sickening. But, you know, it is what it is.
saying these are bad movies. I'm just saying nobody went. Because for a lot of people, Endgame was it. We were done. We already in the fridge. We're done. We've released. We're in the kitchen making a sandwich now, and you're releasing MCU movies. And we're looking for the Gatorade.
What? I honestly have no idea what to make of this analogy.
And they're so formulaic that I literally can't even get up to like pretend to care about it. I like what TD.
You're upset because it's not enough straight white males. That's it. That's all it is. It's like, because like in your mind, you're just like, we've already worn out his usefulness. We've had our straight white males. Now when you start throwing all this in, now it's completely useless. It's unusable. Why would you do this to me? Our 3 main straight white males were enough. And that should have been it. But now after they're done, it should be done with everything. But now you're continuing it to put in POC and women and gays. Now we're doing too much. How dare you?
TD's work. I do. What We Do in the Shadows is one of my all-time favorite shows, at least the first season or two. Hilarious. Deadpan.
A franchise can only last as long as the straight white men last.
Like vampires did The Office kind of thing. Hilarious. He's involved with that show. Jojo Rabbit I thought was just amazing. Excellent movie. his last Thor movie, a lot of people said was their favorite. It's not my favorite. It was Ragnarok, I think he did, right? And now he's doing this
Ragnarok.
one, which is going to be just goofy. They got, you had this like cringe moment back in 2019. This is why I don't care. Like here, look, she's put out.
Why is this such a big deal? That's what I was talking about.
Come on, you got to run an ad on a freaking Twitter.
Hey, don't complain. Put ads in your videos like fucking not even a minute in. Don't get mad.
Video. As you're probably getting an ad on my video. Anyway, like you had this big moment.
And she's here. And introduce her to you now. Please, welcome to the stage, Natalie.
So they bring in Natalie Portman, and he does this. He goes down on his knees, and he presents her with Mjolnir. It's so cringe.
Why? Who cares? It's really not an issue at all. Like, what's the problem here? Seriously, what's the problem?
I know canonically other people can wield, those that are worthy can wield the hammer. I get it.
Yeah.
I just don't, like, when I'm watching Endgame and I'm watching like 5 different people toss around Mjolnir, I don't. Like,
what do you mean 5 different? It's literally just 2 people tossing Mjolnir around. It was just Captain America and Thor, and Captain America and Thor had a little moment where they switched weapons. It was pretty fucking hilarious to me. When you say you have the little one,
like, it's not cool then to me. It's Thor's weapon, and again,
Thor's
I know
weapon.
that I'm just being honest how I feel. It's cringy.
I understand how you feel, Quartering. I get it. You feel like it's just wrong when anyone besides a straight white male holds the hammer. Now it's going too far. Now you're virtue signaling. Now you're being cringy. People only put strong women in their media when it's virtue signal.
Seeing Captain America use it, I don't like it. It's Thor's weapon. And like,
Thor's weapon.
This movie comes out.
This dude does not read comics. I don't even read the Marvel comics, and I know that there have been several people that have held Mjolnir. This dude is just in his feelings right now. Cause I know he did not complain when Captain America held the hammer, because he's a fellow straight white male.
You see this, like, here's an article. The trailer appears to imply a good portion of the film will be character study about Thor, where he tries to find his purpose in his world following the events of Avengers Endgame. Along with the first teaser trailer, Marvel released a brand new synopsis for the film. It begins. The film finds Thor on a journey unlike anything he's ever faced. A quest for inner peace. He's done this quest 3 or 4 times now.
Not in this fashion. Dude, actually, he's been doing the same quest all this time. His quest has never been really completed. To be honest with you, he never really has found his inner peace throughout the entirety of the MCU. His story literally has not ended. I fucking hate this ad. I hate ads in general. Can we please stop? God, this dude puts like fucking 4 ads in this video?
By galactic evil person known as Gore, the God Butcher, who's played by Christian Bale. I'm kind of excited about that.
Christian Bale.
Who seeks the extinction of gods. To combat the threat, Thor enlists the help of King Valkyrie, Slay Queen, Korg, who's also played by Taika.
Why?
He self-inserts all the time.
Why? Just a woman, and he does the Slay Queen meme. Because...
And his ex-girlfriend, Jane
I don't know if I'll be able to get through all this.
Foster.
If I see one more ad, I'm out. Period.
To Thor's surprise, inexplicably wields his magical hammer, Mjolnir, as the Mighty Thor. It continues. They want you to call it the Mighty Thor, not Jane Foster, because they want to replace Thor with a woman. That's
what? Essentially, Thor is kind of a title, to be honest with you. Like, sure, the character is named Thor, but like, when Odin like whispers to the hammer, He says, whoever wields this hammer, should they be worthy, may wield the power of Thor. I believe is the character's name, but it's also a title. Like the power of Thor. It's in the power of Thor like refers to like the god of thunder.
Just the facts. Along with the teaser trailer, the new synopsis, they also released a new poster. The poster looks cool. It's that again, it's this played out like 80s fonts and stuff like that. It's again,
I think it's dope.
it doesn't appear to me. Then of course we see Valkyrie in a business suit because she's you got to be able to tell that Valkyrie's I don't know what they call her, like bi or Ajax.
What? What? Hey, like this dude is reading like everything as like virtue signaling. Why can't the bitch just wear a suit? Like nobody's making any like big deals. Maybe there's articles out there making big deals about it, but like the people who make the trailers and the movie itself and the writing is not making it like that. It's just a thing. That's it. Unless it's written into the narrative. And again, the movie has not come out yet, so we can't be certain that it's like making a whole big narrative about her wearing a suit. Because if it did, I would find it a little bit cringy. But we have no way of knowing, so
Gender or whatever. Ooh, she's wearing a business suit and they call her king. Why? Nobody knows. Maybe
it's because Thor made her king. Not why? Who cares? It's just a title.
maybe it's Norse mythology. They didn't have queens. I'm not an expert. And like Twitter's losing its mind with hopium about how amazing it's gonna be.
Which Twitter are you looking at? I don't know how many people are like freaking out over it. I really don't. I'm in a very lefty space. I don't know how many people are like screaming their heads off, crying with tears of joy, just praising Disney and Marvel for giving them their lovely representation. No, nobody's doing that. Yeah, sure, people have positive reactions to it. People are genuinely like happy about it, but it's not as extreme as you're trying to make it out to be. It's just we're just chill. Everyone's chill about it. Stop.
Most of my peers losing their minds with copium, talking about how bad it's going to be. But the real truth is it's going to be mediocre.
Copium. Wait, you're talking about that? Oh, he said copium, not hopium. Wait. I came with a full ass fucking tangent to something he never said. What are you talking about? I don't get it.
He is gonna do a decent job. I just don't care about Marvel movies anymore like I used to.
I didn't mean
They've already destroyed all the characters I loved. They've emasculated Thor's character over the past 3 or 4 movies.
What?
They killed off Iron Man.
Emasculated how? Making him fat? Is that the only thing? Bro, what's your fat ass talking about emasculated for? Bro, what are you dude, what do you mean emasculated? Like what, because he cried on screen? Is that it? Or like or he got emotional? Or what do you have that says that he was emasculated? The dude had a long ass journey, a journey that's not even over yet. The dude went through a lot. He lost family members. He lost his brother. He lost his mother. He lost his father. He killed his sister. It's so much shit that happened to him. Half of the population that he can't get back. So what do you? Oh, Lord, I don't understand. I really don't get it.
There isn't, like other than Guardians of the Galaxy, which I still kind of enjoyed. That's been downhill too. The same problem with Guardians of the Galaxy.
How? I need you to explain that.
See, first one, great. Second one, too many damn jokes.
What? What? I'm pretty sure the movies had the same amount of jokes, right? Uh, okay. I I I honestly, I mean, looking back at the movie, I think it had a little bit less, just a little bit less. It was more. It was more character driven than the first movie. It took. I'd say it took itself a little bit more seriously than the first movie. I don't know what he's going on about.
I like a good comedy. A lot of people say Step Brothers is one of the best all time of our era. Even that, about like 45 minutes in, like I get laughed out. Like we get it. A lot of crazy stuff's going on, but you're superheroes, and you're like pew pew quip, pew pew quip. We get it.
Okay.
Like that's like the entirety of the dialogue. These guys don't take anything seriously ever. If they're facing the extinction of the human race, and they're just like joke like that. I get it, but what that tells me is like I'm not the audience. You know, like
I don't understand
I'm
why
just
he's so
gotten
upset by that.
older and crabbier, and I like movies like The Batman, and I like Joker, and I like the Christopher Nolan Batman series. I like
Of
serious
course you do.
movies about even with these characters. Like, could you imagine if like we did like a serious dark movie with Thor or something like that? Like instead of just
They tried that with the first two movies, and they were boring as fuck.
constant jokes, but I know that's not what they want. That's not what the kids want that they're catering to. Because that's what they're obsessed with. Is like, what do the kids on Twitter say about it? Oh my god, more representation, Slay Queen.
Well, yeah,
It's
representation is good. Something we haven't had for the longest time. So yeah, of course they're gonna be pleased with that.
fine. I don't care. Like, we know what Disney's doing. We know what Marvel's doing. They're pushing out the strong alpha male characters either by replacing them or humiliating them, and they've been doing it for years. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, his last monologue has been debunked by literally every rebuttal I've given in this video, so I will not elaborate. The only thing I will say as a final remark is keep on quivering, quarter pounder. Keep on being big mad about the fact that women exist in media, and POC exist in media, and gay people exist in media, queer people exist in media. Be sad, keep on crying, and good night.